We'll wait to see who the winner will be tonight. Dearnley and Durham over the ball. Off we go for the second half, and don't forget we must have a winner this evening. No replays in the FA Youth Cup, so we will have extra time and penalties if required. United with their noses in front going into the second half. Reid in a little bit of trouble here with two players trying to steal the ball away from him. Headed away by Williams. The strike comes in from Bourne, and it was a slice in the end. But a very promising start to the second half from the away side.
That's probably just what their coach would have been saying to them. Let's start the game off positively like United did in the first half, and can we get some possession in their half of the field? It's worth an attempt from 25-30 yards out. A difficult technique to hit one coming out there like that.
This is the fourth FA Youth Cup meeting between these two sides, and on every previous occasion United have knocked Bury out. Indeed, they faced each other in the first ever FA Youth Cup competition back in the 1952-53 season. United knocked Bury out on the way to lifting the trophy. Here's Riley taking on Gibson. It's a good run. He's helped out by Reid. Fires the ball in towards Rashford. And that could have been the perfect start to the second half.
Thought it was 2-0 there, Dave, to be fair. He's up, he's heading that. Fantastic ball in from Reid. A lot of pace on it. He's right smack in the middle of the goals. He'll be disappointed he just didn't keep that down, because if he keeps it down, we're 2-0 up.
Well, the encouraging thing for Bury, if you can be encouraged by giving chances away, is that they're not being taken at the moment. Think of that one from Rashford, the shot from Riley towards the end of the half. A couple more efforts from Rashford in the first period. And when chances come and go, you just give the opposition a bit more hope.
I'll agree with you, but Rashford looks as if he's in that sort of mood, Dave. The last month that we've been watching him, you can see he's got just that bit of edge to him. He's had it tonight. He's wanting to score. He wants to get in there. And you can't criticise somebody for missing a chance like that. You've got to miss before you score, basically. But he was in the right place, keeps it down, it's 2-0, but he'll be back in that box again and hopefully get another one.
And the way United are playing, he will get another chance. There's Riley looking for Rashford. The flag goes up, though.
Just got to hold his run back. He's looking right along the line there at the linesman and where the ball's coming from Riley. He's got the pace to hurt them. He just has to make sure he just stayed onside.
So the team talk's done. Now he waits to see if they can carry out his instructions. Ball forward from Riley. Here's Fosu-Mensah again. Rashford will look to a straight offside, but the flag didn't go up. Bury perhaps a little bit deep, and the ball went behind Riley.
He looked at the linesman there as if he expected to get flagged up.
He almost passed it back, as if to say, well, I know I'm offside, but you can have it back anyway, and then realised he wasn't, and he was very nearly through on goal there as well.
Again, Redmond reading the play well.
Here's Potter. Slotting it through to Dudley. Well spotted, though, by Williams. Trying to find Riley with that pass. Here's GRIBEN. Now Rashford. Trying to dance through the challenges.
Yeah, just too many there. Nowhere to go there. 4 white shirts in front of you.
Redmond to Riley, but it was rather hit at him rather than passed to him. Incidentally, there's FA Cup tie action tonight, as well as FA Youth Cup action. And United will, by the end of tonight, know whether they are taking on Accrington Stanley or Yeovil in the third round of the adults competition in January. Currently 0-0 in that game. Bury also in FA Cup action tonight, by the way. And that's 0-0 too. Cross into Henderson's arms. Just couldn't find Dudley, who's been quite isolated tonight in the middle of the penalty area at times.
Yeah, the fullback Gibson's got forward the latter stages of that first half and put a few good crosses in, but that wasn't one of the better ones. There's no teammates in there. both their fullbacks, the second half of the first half, were getting involved a lot.
Ball out off to Nzebe. Gibson with a throw. Bit of a slack pass by Fultz. One back. And here's Potter. Mohamed runs ahead of him. Dudley as well. Fell to their top scorer, just couldn't take it in his stride.
Williams just strong again with the challenge, isn't it? Borthwick Jackson this time has used his body. They just look as if they've got the physical strength at the back there, and Berry just can't get through them. Which is great for us, you know, they've been solid. All big lads.
Of course, in the game against Liverpool recently, Roshan Williams out injured. Fosu Mensah played in that centre-half role. Here's Durham. Again, fancied the long-range shot, but again didn't really get hold of it. There have been a few of those from Berry now with absolutely no power on the shot.
He's got nice feet, the lad. I said it in the first half. He can get a yard of space for himself, but from that range, he just doesn't look as if he's got the physical strength to trouble Henderson. It's all there, really. No doubt he'll probably fire one in the top corner in the next 5 minutes.
Henderson up towards Rashford, controlled by Potter. Here's Mohamed. Running at Redmond. Helped out here by Bourne. Potter's pass cut out by Williams.
Just a bit of a scrappy spell, isn't it? Neither team can get the foot on the ball, and it looks as if Berry have just stole that one.
Wordingham going for a worldie, and he was never really going to wrap his boot around that enough to trouble Henderson, who still hasn't really been worked tonight so far. No,
similar to the one with we saw a few minutes ago from Durham. It's just trying to get up to sort of 25 yards out, and then they just think, oh, I've got to shoot. And as you point out, Dudley's not really had a lot of service for a guy who scored 17 out of the last 18 or something like that.
Yeah, 18 goals in 17 games, yeah. Maybe that's part of the United strategy tonight, is to cut the supply line to him and therefore maybe kill out the danger. Here's Rashford. Nicely worked with Rashford and Redmond. And that's GRIBEN, just couldn't quite get it across.
Just need a bit more pace on it.
Mohamed running with it. Fosu Mensah slowing him down. Forward from Fultz. Gibson had stayed up. Here's Wordingham. Mohamed in the middle. No one could benefit from his knockdown, and then Redmond was just quite simply taken out by Burgess.
Yeah, anticipates a lot of situations, Redmond. He knows that central midfield role very well. He tidies up there, he keeps the play flowing. I think you could see the tackle coming in there, but you've still got to clear it, Dave, get it out, and then we'll take the free kick, basically. Everybody can get out then and push up.
Up in the air from Henderson. Riley this time with the flick on. Rashford the closest to him. Riley picks up the scraps. Trying to commit the challenges. He's found DEARNLEY. Now GRIBEN. Looking for room to curl one. And it's a really good effort in the end. It had the goalkeeper backpedaling.
just skimmed the top of the crossbar, I think, there. Dearnley was thinking about it, gets to GRIBEN on his left foot. Just on top of the crossbar. I think the keeper had it covered anyway, but a good attempt.
Yeah, just skipped away, didn't it, off the woodwork. And here's Dearnley. Tyler Reid on hand to help out. Here he is. Dearnley with a change of pace. The challenge came in and the ball was taken.
He's just got a sore one there, I think, Dearnley, for his troubles, but good challenge from the skipper Falls, winning the ball.
Borthwick Jackson now to Riley. Back again to Cameron Borthwick Jackson, and now into Rashford, who was trying to backheel that towards Riley. Now United could have a bit of trouble. Dudley's going to try and race away from Tuanzebe. Needs a bit of help. Gets it from Wordingham. Now the white shirts come forward to join in. Bourne gets it through. Durham looks to try and curl one. Well, this time too much on it.
That's given them a little bit of hope, hasn't it? Dudley using his strength down this channel to bring everybody in his team into play there. It's a bit closer this time, Durham, with that shot, but again, he's got underneath that one, and I think the only way you'd beat Henderson from that range is with out-and-out power. But they'll take some heart for the last sort of 5 minutes, Berry. We still need that second goal to just try and make sure this game's safe.
Forward by Posher. Wordingham. And Mohammed takes over. Dudley with the touch. Just seeing a bit more of the ball now, Anthony Dudley. And Paul McGuinness quickly off his seat to try and get his team back into the groove. Just having a quick word with Marcus Rashford, I think, trying to encourage him to bend his run a little bit so that he stays on side, but clearly the pace can be a threat with a slippy pitch.
He's got pace and abundance to hurt them, Dave, with his sprinting.
Snapshot from Wordingham. Another long-range effort, which is relatively comfortable for Henderson. Borthwick Jackson to Riley.
Nice, yeah, just opened up a bit of space for himself there.
Here's GRIBEN. Redmond to GRIBEN again. Redmond to Borthwick Jackson. Three wait for the cross in, and Posher just stabbed it behind.
Good piece of play. Low cross in behind the defenders. That could have ended up in his own goals, but he's done well, the defender, sliding back to give away the corner. Early ball from Borthwick Jackson. That's what the strikers want.
So GRIBEN will take the corner. And he's taking it short to Rashford. Now Riley. And the pass in the end from Roshan Williams wasn't what he was looking for. Good challenge though from Fosu Mensah. Borthwick Jackson, Rashford. Great block, he'll have another go. Just couldn't get the angle right, and no one was charging in to pick up the scraps.
Fantastic challenge here. I think, was it the skipper again? Falls. Good power on it when it comes right back to him. He's just trying to side foot that and curl it into that far post. Just a yard wide.
Yeah, it was the captain Posher, wasn't it, who dived in front, yeah, and he's done that a few times now. Here's Wordingham. Now Mohammed. Bourne to Gibson. Durham encourages him forward. Dearnley back though with the defensive work. Not once but twice. ball to find Potter. Trying to whip that one in, and it was dangerous, wasn't it? And in the end, it was a surprise. It went all the way through to Dean Henderson.
Great ball in from the fullback, who's getting forward now as well on this side. Similar to Borthwick Jackson's his cross, but this time further in behind the defenders. He's hoping one of his teammates is running in on the end of that.
Nice work again from Mohammed.
And good work from Riley, getting back in there.
Callum GRIBEN, I think, wanted a free kick there that didn't go his way.
The throw looked the other way, actually. I thought it was going to be a free kick as well, just like GRIBEN.
Yeah, I thought it was either a United free kick or a Bury throw. Instead, it was a United throw-in, which was a bit of a surprise. Now the challengers are flying in. Still the game well and truly in the balance as we go into the final half an hour of regulation time.
Well, they're keen to get on with it, aren't they? They can sense that they're just getting back into this game.
Dudley back to Wordingham. Here's Bourne. Gets away from GRIBEN. Tries to dig out the shot. Rashford gives it and goes, and now Riley races forward. It's a lovely run. Tyler Reid. Charging for that line, and in the end, he went for goal. He had two in the middle waiting for it, but maybe he just fancied his chances.
Well, he hit a fantastic cross in before when Riley rolled it back to him. But this one, maybe he's just mishit that one, Dave. I'm not so sure he's maybe shooting from that angle, but we saw DEARNLEY score from a little bit of an acute angle as well, further in, but the keeper had that one covered. Just felt as if that was a mishit cross, really.
Yeah, he did look up, didn't he, as he was about to strike the ball. So maybe he did look for a teammate or two, because there were two waiting. Here's Potter, putting that terrific cross in just a few moments ago. Bourne with the ball forward. Dearnley wants that to roll out, and it does.
Yeah, he's went for the crossfield 50-yarder, Bourne, and just faded it and sliced it a little bit.
Very well and truly still in this game. Wants more from his team. Very nearly got it there. Dean Henderson taking a real chance with Wordingham.
I always think if they, well, he obviously knows what he's doing, but it gives you a little bit of a flutter watching it.
I'm with him. One. On the back.
Here's Riley from the header from Posher. Fosu Mensah. Riley leaves it with GRIBEN.
Well, the space was the other way, wasn't it?
And now Rashford. Another nearly moment.
Almost. Too many white shirts back again.
Wordingham. Just anticipated there by Reid. And he doesn't want to stop. He's going to keep going, and he's going to get the ball from Riley. And it's Tyler Reid! And the goalkeeper's in the way again. Terrific bit of play from United. But Reid couldn't poke it past him.
Once he gets on a run there, when he's nicked that ball in the middle of the park, getting it back from Riley. Again, that extra touch, taking it too close to the keeper, Dave, for me. Keeper's come out again, and that's what he's there for. Saved that one with his feet as well. Hit it a little bit earlier, surprises them.
GRIBEN with the corner, floated in, and it was an easy take for Ruddy.
He wants to set his team off again, which he has done.
Here's Burgess, wins the 50-50 with Redmond. Durham to Mohammed. Are United going to pay for these missed opportunities?
Yeah, Riley's done well again there. Getting back in, helping Reid out. Goal kick.
Corner given. You didn't shout loud enough.
No, he's done well there. He's been up the park, setting Reid up. Now he's back in there defending. And as I said, because he's played that right back role, he knows the position. He's got to help him out.
So Bury corner. 20 minutes to play. It's out off the head of Borthwick Jackson. It'll be another one.
As I said before, it's one of the better chances of getting a goal to get back into this game, Bury. They've got a chance to obviously bring all the bigger lads up from the back when they get a set play.
And pretty much everyone is up there because United have everyone back.
All in that 6-yard box.
In from Bourne. Henderson shouts. He had it, he lost it. Where's it going? Still in the mix. Folds with a shot, and then the touch came in. It was a United player who got the final touch. It's going to be a corner again. Could have been a lot worse for United there.
Good corner in, wasn't it? And obviously Henderson's coming over a lot of bodies to try and get a grip of that ball. Very hard to get a clean take on that one. Again, similar thing. There's about 15 players inside that 6-yard box.
I was going to say, I think it's yeah, 14 or 15 are in there. It's quite a crush in that 6-yard box. Bourne trying to float it in there. Away as far as Gibson. Back in by Folds. Away by Reid. Folds is still there trying to hit it goalwards. Posher with the strike. And it was stopped from going goalwards by Riley, who stuck out a leg.
Good strike. They've got to clear the lines here, United. Somebody put the boot through it and get it out.
Burgess with the strike. It's away as far as GRIBEN, and that's just behind Rashford. Dudley with the strength, with the challenge. And that's just going to encourage Bury to come back and have another go at United here. Wordingham to Bourne, to Mohammed. They've got numbers forward. Borthwick Jackson in the way. Here's Mohammed again, trying the tricks. Potter puts it in there. That could have gone anywhere. United just need to get it away. GRIBEN, nice feet, trying to relieve the pressure on United. Zach Dearnley wants the ball. GRIBEN gives it to him. In from Dearnley, away by Posher.
It's a fantastic clearance for the captain, Posher. How many times has he done that? He's going back towards his own goal there, Dave, and he manages to hook his foot around it. But a bit of a scare for us there. Survived it, and the Bury feel as if they're right in this game.
That's a mistake in the middle of the park from Burgess. United have men over here. Callum GRIBEN looking to take his time. Picks out Redmond. Great stop by Ruddy. Not for the first time tonight.
Great strong hand on that one, and Redmond picked his spot, didn't he? A lot of the keepers left, didn't panic, didn't go for power, went for pace there.
Tell you what, we've got a real cup tie on our hands here now.
Well, they've come out the second half, Dave, showed their intentions. They're beginning to open up a bit more now, and they will feel that the play that they've had in the second half merits a goal, really.
Here's Wordingham. And now Durham. Tuanzebe though, too quick with feet and mind.
Just got to get a hold of the ball, put a few passes in, and just take the sting out of it.
So much happening in the last few minutes. That terrific block from Joe Riley, the great save from Ruddy at the other end. Bury trying to knock on the door again here with Wordingham. Back as far as Burgess, who hits it, and Henderson had to tip it over. First time he's really properly been worked tonight.
Good strike again, cutting across it a little bit. I felt as if Henderson was always going to get there, Dave. He's went with his left hand there. It was almost sort of straightish at him, but you've got to make sure it goes over the bar.
4 goals for Burgess this season. Bury have won every game he scored in. Thankfully he didn't score there. And it comes from Bourne, and the powerful header was from Gibson. but it had plenty of power and also plenty of height.
Dangerous with the corners again, hitting it at a nice pace. He's not the tallest one, Gibson, for Berry either, is he? But he's come in there at the back post. Certainly getting a bit of a fright the last 10 minutes, and we've got to get a foothold in this game again, because Berry really will just get picking up every loose ball in the middle of the park and setting off moves.
Berry are about to make a substitution, but it's not quite going to happen yet. Away from Henderson. Up goes Rashford. Fosu-Mensah. Here's Riley trying to bend one. Ruddy got there perhaps a little bit too early in the end.
Just creeping in that far post, wasn't it?
And he was in the air for a long time and almost beat the ball to the area where he saved it.
Yeah, it looked comfortable for that one. You know, it was curling in, but he knew he was getting near the keeper. But almost parried it into a dangerous area.
Jake Durham is the player to be taken off. He's looked lively on that left-hand side tonight. Had a few efforts from distance. Certainly run his heart out for the Bury cause. He's going to be replaced by Brayden Shaw. His first appearance of the season. And it comes at Old Trafford.
Yeah, Durham did well for them. Another year's sort of growth on him, Dave. Another bit more physique, and he could be a real threat.
Yeah, just a first-year scholar at Bury, and hails from Bolton. Here's Bourne. The office from Rashford. Fosu-Mensah running through the challenges. Riley on the overlap. Fosu-Mensah back to Redmond.
Lining up again, weren't they?
Fosu-Mensah underneath it. Griben tries to steal it back. Now there's a break on here if Bury can play it right. Brayden Shaw in space, here he is. And they've got men over on this side, the pass just wasn't right.
Oh, if it was right, we could have been in a bit of bother there, but it gives us a chance now to build up another attack. It's almost like you attack, we attack at the moment, isn't it?
It is, it's like a training ground match, isn't it? We often see them at the end of training with the first team where two sides play against each other and one team scores and the other team goes at the other end, and it's mayhem, really. This game is coming to the boil nicely with just over a quarter of an hour to go. Most inside Old Trafford would have thought it would have all been over by now, really. Borthwick-Jackson, long way out, but not a long way wide. Certainly had the goalkeeper worried.
Again, similar to the shot that Berry just had down the other end that Henderson tipped over the bar, just cutting across that one, Borthwick-Jackson. It's always drifting away from the goals, but you look at the keeper's reaction, he's almost full length there, so he knows that's close.
Rashford takes a tumble. The challenge came in from Posher. Redmond now to Griben. Griben getting no change out of Fultz. And then had a nibble afterwards. Oh, and a bit of afters too.
Right in front of the linesman as well. Nothing malicious in it, but it happens, Dave. I've been there myself. You can see a tackle coming in from a striker, you're clearing it. He's comfortably clearing the ball, and he's just that fraction late. Looks a bit worse than what it is.
Well, I think the referee just trying to lay the law down a little bit here, because the last thing he wants to do is book anyone or send anyone off for a daft reaction.
Fultz can see the challenge coming in, and you know you're going to clear the ball, but you know you're going to get kicked as well. It's one of them that some refs would be right on it right away and others let it go, and I think he's done the right thing there, just having a word.
It's the life of a defender, that, isn't it? You just know you're going to get kicked.
Well, then you've got the clever ones in, you see, that put the foot there and you kick the ball and kick the foot. You see, that's the... but we won't mention them.
Tuanzebe cuts it out and then just about angles it to Reed. Still anyone's game, but United with the noses in front. Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. He spotted the free man, and the free man is Rashford, and he's got a chance to end it here maybe. And again, Berry throwing bodies in the way.
The fullback Gibson's caught out of position there, but his centre-back Foles has pulled him right out of it there. That looked for sure 2-0.
Gribben angles it through for Riley. Taking on Mohamed, getting it across as far as Rashford, but it wouldn't sit down for him. Now Gibson gets it away to Shaw. He's looking for Wordingham. It's just as well that Williams was back there, because Dudley was making a good run forward for Berry.
He was, and showing good energy as well.
Energy is going to be so important in the last 14 minutes here. Who's got more of it? Which side can go the distance?
Well, they're in a hurry, obviously. They're losing 1-0. They're in a hurry to take everything quickly and get on with it. A bit of composure from ourselves, and I think we can get that second one.
Wordingham just leave it off the ball by Tuanzebe. Williams has to be careful. Henderson to Borthwick-Jackson. No one is forward there as he plays it up the park. Well, he still believes, and his players still have to believe that they can turn this around, and why not?
Well, they feel, you can see it, you can sense sometimes they think they can get in this, and they've had a few skirmishes that we've actually weathered, but they've dominated the game, Dave, in the middle of the park here. They've had more possession in the second half.
Now here's Dearnley. It's a nice run, but Gibson should be there to get the ball away, and he is. He's furious with his goalkeeper, and his goalkeeper's furious with him. A lot of squabbling going on in that penalty area.
Been there as well, but hey, kick it out of play and start again.
Charlie Scott's getting ready to come on for United. A change that will happen shortly.
Yeah, you can shout at goalkeepers during the game, Dave, but one thing you've got to do, because they're usually about 6'4", you've got to apologise to them quickly.
Now here comes Shaw, looking to thread it through. Again, important intervention there from Williams, with Burgess and Dudley making good headway. Mohamed as well. Just a little bit careless from United.
Yeah, he's had more of the ball. Ball has come into the game, hasn't he, in the second half for Berry.
Gribben to Borthwick-Jackson. Great feet from the left back. It's a lovely run, but now he's out of position. Gribben had to cover him. Dudley. He'll pass to Mohamed. He's going to try and curl one, but it's an easy catch for Henderson.
It's on target, but again, you know, just repeat myself, just not enough power in the shot.
Posher back to Fultz. That's one of those occasions really when stats can be misleading, because Berry have had a lot of shots on target tonight, but Henderson only really been worked the once.
Exactly.
Here's Gribben. Now Rashford. Now Riley. Space for Reed. Redmond gets it back from Reed. Now Gribben. Rashford.
Loose. Just a bit of tiredness, Dave. Careless, wasn't doing that in the first half.
Now there's a break on. Look at the white shirts galloping forward here. Shaw. Aiming that towards Dudley. Just delayed it too long, didn't he?
He had two options either side, didn't he? Take your pick, right or left, but you're right. Took too many touches of the ball, then when he decided to pass it, the whole picture's changed then.
Rashford waits for Dearnley to make the run, then finds him. Now it's into Riley. No one in the box with him. Rashford joins in. Now GRIBEN. Inside the last 10 minutes. Dearnley crowded out.
You've got to keep that ball moving. If you're boxed in, let one of your teammates get on with it then.
There's a substitute waiting on the sidelines for either side. Scott for United. Here's Potter. It's a good run from him.
Very good
Still
run.
got it. It's back to Mohamed. Golden chance. Absolute golden chance. And he didn't even make Henderson work.
I don't know how the right back Potter's managed to wriggle his way through there. But falls to Mohamed. He's went for placement there. Underneath it again.
We're going to see a double change for United now. Charlie Scott's been waiting a while. He's going to be joined on the pitch very shortly by Oliver Rathbone. So Rathbone and Scott coming on. United have a man down here as well, who is Zach Dearnley. And Berry also going to make a change, bringing on RAQUARN CROSDALE. So here come the changes, starting with Berry. CROSDALE coming on, and it's Mohamed who just missed that chance, his last touch of what's been an impressive game at times, over the crossbar. So Mohamed goes off and thinks about what might have been. And now Dearnley is going to come off, having had a bit of treatment. So Dearnley and GRIBEN come off for United, and Scott and Rathbone come on. Rathbone, who's joint top scorer for the under-18s this season, along with Dimitri Mitchell, who's missed an awful lot of football, of course, with that ankle ligament injury. Zach Dearnley, at the moment, is the match winner. Oliver Rathbone on after his hat-trick against Blackburn Rovers earlier in the season, and his goal away at Bolton recently too. And off comes Callum GRIBEN. Charlie Scott will just shore up that defensive midfield area after a good performance against Liverpool last time out. Here's Rashford. Redmond alongside him. Rashford, though, looks for Rathbone. What an introduction that could have been. First touch of the ball, and he very nearly finishes it off as a game.
Similar angle to the goal that went in from Dearnley. Good save again, keeper's there. Good effort. First touch of the ball could have been scoring the goal. Close into the keeper as well, only 5-6 yards from him. Good save again. The keeper's been outstanding for Berry.
Still his side lead. Rathbone plays it into Scott. The two substitutes combine. Redmond, who's just moved up to play off Rashford after GRIBEN's departure. Now Berry come forward, looking for something on the break, and they might find it here. Dudley with Shaw. And it will go out for a corner. Could have been a lot worse for United there. All of a sudden, there were plenty of white shirts galloping forward.
Could have been. If there was more pace on that pass, Reed's got an important touch in it to help out for a corner. Everybody crowding into that 6-yard box again.
We're inside the final 5 minutes of the game. And it comes. Henderson gathers. That's what you need at this stage of the game.
Great take. Good throw out as well, but he needs some help.
Rashford, who were just guilty of bringing Posher down.
Maybe just got a bit of cramp, Posher.
Well read by Reed. Redmond's through here if Rathbone can find him, and he has. It's Devonte Redmond, and it's just wide, and it's another chance that dribbles away from United.
Just pushed that a little bit wider, isn't it? His touch takes him wider. So the goal obviously becomes smaller. Keeper standing as late as he can and as tall as he can. Certainly had the chances. But it's still nail-biting when you get to the last few minutes and you're only one up.
Rashford said it. Redmond couldn't pick it up. So it's forward again by Berry, and it's Bourne now who has it. Reminder that we have to have a winner tonight, whether it's in 90 minutes or after extra time or from the spot. 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Gibson to Bourne, to Burgess, and now to Dudley. All of a sudden it opened up for him, and he couldn't find a target.
Yeah, they're claiming a corner. Whether he's sort of kicked it in the ground there. Williams is in close proximity to him. Yeah, just sort of kicked it in the ground as we see it again. Again, you don't want him getting the ball at his feet inside the 18-yard box.
And that was his big moment. 18 goals in 17 games. We've talked about him all night as being a real threat for them, and it's taken until the 87th minute for him really to have an opportunity.
Well, it gives them a chance now to keep some possession. But I'd rather do it in their half than our own half.
Here's Williams. Rathbone. Rashford. Potter wins it back. Rathbone trying to wrestle it from him. Here's Crossdale taking a bit of a chance. Might create one for United. Riley, no one up with him, so he went alone.
Yeah, he needs Redmond getting in that back post. It would have been a tapping goal for him. He's managed to keep it in.
Rathbone. Lovely little turn. Just couldn't find Reed. Last 90 seconds. Paul McGuinness will wonder how it isn't more comfortable for United, really, with the chances that have been created.
Well, they've had plenty of chances, and their goalkeeper's been outstanding, keeping them in the game. They've been a real credit, Berry. They've fought right till the end, haven't they? And I don't want to sort of sound as if we've beat them already, because there's still a few minutes to go. But they've had a really good second half.
Posher, who's been a tower of strength at the back for Berry tonight.
A lot of block tackles. Looks quite composed as well. Good pass of the ball.
Dudley just needed to hold it up, but tried to find a teammate. Wasn't quite there. Burgess now. Into Dudley. Back to Crossdale, who couldn't take it in his stride.
Now he can go. Run it.
Rashford looking to switch it, looking for the energy, the fresh legs of Rathbone.
Fantastic ball to pick him out.
Reed, Rathbone again, going on one of his jinking runs. In it comes towards Borthwick Jackson, and it will be a United corner as we enter 3 added minutes.
And Borthwick Jackson's in that box there. It was that man Posher again that managed to clear it for a corner. Good ball in behind the defence, a lot of pace on it.
United in no rush at all to take this.
Well, they don't have to do anything really. I thought I'd just see the game out. Somebody just go over and have the ball with them. 2 against 1.
Rathbone does just that. Back to Riley. Just skips away from Redmond. Ruddy goes long, but only finds Scott. Thunderous challenge there, wasn't it?
Great challenge from Rathbone. He's got it again. His fresh legs coming on sort of changed the game over on that side, really. A couple of attempts at goals.
Williams. Reed for Rathbone again. Fools goes across. He was always going to get there a little bit late, and that will help run the clock down for United and will pick him up a yellow card.
Just too quick for him getting his toe there. Again, that's just a bit of tiredness. He knows he's not going to get there, Davies, but he's committed to the challenge.
Yellow card was shown to Matthew Foulds. Riley. He's gone past Gibson. Maybe he can carve out a chance for someone. He's still going here, and he tried to cheeky one at the near post.
He's done everything right there, hasn't he? How he's coming along that touchline, I never know. You'd think he's got to get stopped. But he's got to cut that back to Redmond. Has to just roll it back to him.
Well, we are inside the final minute of added time. But for that man, could have been a massive scoreline here tonight. But fair play to Bury. They've played their part in what's been a very good cup tie. Entertaining at times, nerve-wracking at others. Still we play. Still United attack. Redmond. Tyler Reed. Gets it back. Charlie Scott. Referee looks at the watch. Borthwick Jackson to Rashford. We've had the 3 minutes. Foulds.
Yeah, done well there, letting that ball run.
It's towards Dudley. Williams gets it clear. United have men over here, but they won't need them. Job done. Just. United created so many opportunities on the night, but couldn't finish many of them. The only goal scored by Zach DEARNLEY in the first half, high into the roof of the Bury net. Pretty much everything else that United threw at Bury was saved by the goalkeeper, John Ruddy. He certainly put in a shift for them tonight and kept them in the game right to the end. And they had chances to score themselves. Had they been taken, the evening could have been very different indeed. But in the end, United will take their place in round 4 of the FA Youth Cup at home against Hull City, having beaten Bury here by 1-0.